Welcome to NeverLossTrading. In today's feature presentation, I want to give you a little insight of why we're offering multiple systems and how they all can be combined into one, helping you to first of all trade at high probability trade setups, secondly to achieve a very high participation rate. Before we get into details, please be aware of the risk in trading and that we are not acting as broker-dealers or financial advisors. We are educators, and past performance cannot be taken indicative for future result. On the left side, you see here my picture. My name is Thomas Barman. I'm your presenter for today. At times we get asked why we have multiple different system offers for our traders and where the advantage would be of combining systems. So what I do tonight here or today is giving you a couple of those explanations where I put together multiple of our studies or systems to have a high participation rate. What we trade here is Apple, and I chose a 4-hour chart because that's for somebody who wants to have frequent participation with a defined risk and participating to the up and to the downside. So we can do that with options, or we can do that with the actual stock. Yeah, so let us see here. So here the first signal came in, yeah, and there it said when the price threshold of that bar is surpassed to the upside, and two different indicators agree to that, then there is an opportunity to come to at least that target in the next 1 to 5 bars. So 2 bars later, yeah, so you see here, whoops, we made that, yeah, and so we have a winning trade. And on that bar, again, we're getting an entry signal. Say, hey, if the next bar ticks higher, we are moving in the next 4 bars at least to the signal here. Yeah, and what you see here in that science zone, that's our breakout study, because it says here on a breakout, when it breaks out of those containments, this is about where prices will accumulate. Yeah, and so you saw that was happening. But again, so we have 2 good trades right in a row. So one day good trade, next day good trade. Yeah, so wonderful participation. So potential swing, which we don't want to take, and the next candle didn't dig it out. But then again, very fair price breakout. So breakout of that science zone into the next, and then we have what we call a border-to-border trade. And again, 4 hours later, yeah, we enter in the morning with a buy stop order, and we exit in the afternoon. So again, you have 3 good trades. Yeah, so we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days, and in 6 days 3 trades. So basically, that's a very nice participation rate, only trading one asset. Yeah. Let us move on and see if that is a continuation pattern which we can track, trace, and follow, because that's what we want to reach, because it's based on institutional offering. And so you saw here, we had a little gap up here, so, and we continued having a double signal, and it was ticked out by the next candle, so our condition was met, and we at least trade to here, but you see 1, 2, 3, 4 bars later, yep, we're making another winning trade, yeah, and then we wiggle a little bit around, and then also here we get a short signal pointing out, so therefore we have this science zone that most likely we go through the science zone, and we even go maybe to the opposite border into the earnings. Yeah, so that's what really happens. So then again here we had a wonderful nice short opportunity, and when you come on board with us, we show you how you trade that within a very simple option strategy, using high leverage, and within that producing a very nice limited risk opportunity. And you see here then again 2 different systems agree again that on this candle here, so that's another short opportunity to participate in. And even when you trade it into earnings, so you saw here right at the point where we spelled out where the price most likely is going to break on that candle, there's an opportunity. Yeah, there's a lot on the chart. Yeah, definitely. This is not how we start you out, but we help you with the individual systems, telling you where most likely the prices are going and helping you to make that selection. I just put together here an example to show you how a higher participation rate is helping you to spot and follow institutional money moves. Yeah, higher participation rate by combining different systems with each other, getting more signals on the chart, and then following through when the price move happens. And you see here again, so after earnings gapped up, so we had buy signal not confirmed, sell signal not confirmed, but that buy signal then gets confirmed, and 5 bars later, if I move a little bit to the right here with our charts, you will see, yeah, that's how we 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's exactly where we came to our target. and we continued our trade. So if that's an idea of what you want to do, yes, starting out with one system, maybe later on to achieve a higher participation rate, adding another, trading at high probability examples, then we are open to work with you, see what suits you best, what's a good start. Our simple start is basically what's called tradecolors.com. It goes by color combination. All your upgrades, you will get that tuition acknowledged. So you pay that once. And so if you upgrade, we acknowledge that tuition, deduct the hours of training from the upgrade, and then we'll move you ahead to the next level. Yeah, so if you're interested in that, looking forward to hearing back from you. What you see here on the chart is now a 4-hour continuation pattern. So that means we also take into consideration the overnight hours. And you saw end of the last day, there was a swing signal. And by that stop placement down there, it gives you an idea of that it said go long in the morning. However, so Apple starts trading at night already. So the first 4-hour candle was forming at 1 o'clock. So then stocks or options are not readily available to trade. But what we got here is a top line signal right at that 5 o'clock candle. Yeah, so what's the 5 o'clock candle? So 5 to 9. So it tells you when the stock market opens and it takes out my threshold of buying above 106.45, go long into Apple. You know your risk of that trade, and you go at minimum to here, or you trade that's favorable what we do into the 1 o'clock hour. So when you hear all these hours that I'm telling, that's always Eastern time. Yeah. And so isn't that a nice trade? So you prepare it in the morning by having a strong institutional pre-market buying signal, bringing Apple up there. Where do these pre-market buying signal come from? Look, Apple that trades on multiple exchanges around the world. Yeah, starting from New Zealand, Australia, Japan, Hang Seng, yeah, in Hong Kong, coming to Europe, and there's price points set where institutions already committed to a higher price, and then here they were nicely continued, but you knew by your signal in the morning there's something going on that's carrying that's true and bringing the price most likely by 1 o'clock to that higher altitude. And that's a super duper nice price move, which you can then participate in either by buying the stock or by buying an appropriate short-term option, because when we want to only be in it for about 4 to 5 4-hour bars, so therefore you can play even with weekly options, participating in a super duper nice price move. Yeah, when you feel what you saw here could make a difference for your trading, and for most of the traders it really should, because very many make decisions based on signals that are not repetitive, and that's a key difference. Then feel free to look up our different offerings, see what suits you best. Yes, all on our webpage here at NeverLossTrading.com, and give us a ring. Yeah, give us a call, 866-455-5520, or write an email, contact@neverlosstrading.com. Tell us when you'll be available and we work with you. See what suits you best, how we can start you out getting into high probability trading and also high participation trading. Yeah, we're looking forward to hearing back from you. Bye bye.